Yo guys, welcome back to the channel.
Yo, Google Santa.
If you couldn't tell by that intro, we're going to be talking about Vinland Saga. And let me say this here, Vinland Saga is going to be one of the greatest pieces of fiction I have ever come across, especially with season 2. Like, I'm not joking when I say this, the story work and the character development I've seen in this season yet has got to be, that shit is life changing. I ain't even gonna lie to you guys. Like, I could not glaze off season 2 enough if I tried to, but I will talk about my favorite episode from that season, episode 22, King of Rebellion. I do love how this episode starts with Thorfinn still receiving the punches from Draw and everyone is cheering and shit. And others are like shouting at Draw to finish Thorfinn off because obviously they're not trying to lose the money obviously from gambling and shit like that, because at the end of the day, bro, if there's one thing about this show, they're really accurate with their shit. They were showing us back in the times, they was even with that gambling shit then as we are now.
Some niggas, now we going to
What
war.
do you mean we? Nintendo
No,
we?
nigga, we as in us.
Well, not me anyways. I don't participate in that, but anyways, this is nothing new. That's all I'm saying. Obviously, like throughout the season, yeah, Thorfinn has been going through and he recognizes violence in that day and age, yeah, is the only answer. But for him to put his body on the line like that, it's just some character work I've never seen in a piece of fiction before. Like, that is absolutely insane. Like, did you not see that shit? He was taking those punches deep, bro. And he was still saying, come at me. Even though slight like he was doing some technique, but still at the end of the day, that's still insane. Like, eventually when Snake appears here and eventually screws Thorfinn, resulting in him getting that proper hit from Draw, and obviously Draw is like tweaking. I was like, yes, I got one. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was low-key insane. But at the same time, I was like, damn, that shit gotta hurt. Like, obviously Thorfinn's lying down, these man Snake and Einar having a conversation, and meanwhile Thorfinn's still recovering. Bro, I'm telling you right now, the next scenes that follow here, I'm not kidding, that shit brought me down to tears. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Like, the scene when Thorfinn is obviously recovering from the punch and getting up and obviously about to start taunting the warriors and stuff like that, bro, that was some beautiful ass shit to see, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. And then even the scene itself when Thorfinn is telling what's his name, Draw off and stuff like that, bro, the scene, just watch it for yourself, guys. And what I loved about that scene was the genuine disbelief on the warrior's face, and they were like, wait, hold on, this guy actually wants me to continue with the punches, because at that point I'm thinking sure they were like at 32, but still, that's insane. Like, obviously within respect, they were obviously like, what is this small guy on? Obviously, imagine this guy is small, the guy is young, and he's saying, I want more punches so I can talk to the king. Obviously these men are like, what kind of crash out kind of individual is this right now? Do you get what I mean? I love the scene when Einar holds Snake back, allowing Thorfinn to continue to be a hit. Bro, something in that just resonated with me. I don't know what it is. Seeing Einar allow Thorfinn to go through that punishment just so he can have a chance not only to redeem himself, but to help the farm, bro, it just spoke volumes to me, man. I don't know what to tell you. Like, after all the taunting yet, the next scene has everyone doing their best mewing oppression. But like, if I'm being serious, I do love how so much time has passed during the day and the punches are still being delivered. But the difference is that nobody now is cheering or everyone's like, come on, knock him out. Everyone is locked in and they're silently watching what is happening to Thorfinn. even with the last couple of punches, Thorfinn doesn't even attempt to use the technique he used to dodge the first like 20 plus or whatever. And that 100 punch, yeah, that draw gave him was a sign of respect. I was like, bro, shit. Again, brought another tear to my eyes. Like, damn. Again, the score carried here. But I do love the moment of like recognizing Thorfinn as the son of Thor and like he's a true warrior. And anytime they say that shit in the show, man, I don't know what it is. That I feel so at peace when they say that, man. Because I'm like, damn, this is what it's really about. If you like peace, but if you like violence, if you're one of them niggas, then can I say that word? I don't know. Like, I know I can say that word. I am an individual who is of that. I'm gonna stop talking. With this scene here, I'm like, I'm not even gonna say too much. I'm just gonna let it speak for itself, really.
なんだその質問は。和平交渉の相手をぶん殴ってりゃ世話ねえぜ。あんた方とは今日会ったばかりだ。お互いのことは何も知らねえ。何の恨みもねえ。なんで俺たちが殴り合わなきゃいけねえんだ。バカバカしい。いがみ合ってるのはクヌートとケティルじゃねえかよ。親玉二人でネファタフルでもやって白黒つけりゃいいだろうが、こんな大勢集まって血を流す必要は全くねえ。俺たちは今日会ったばかりだ。あんた方は俺の敵じゃない。俺に敵なんかいない。
But yeah, I was saying, for them to show the image of Thor's and Thorfinn as he was saying that line of, you know, I have no enemies. Bro, again, another tear went down my eye. I'm not even... Bro. This show, man, it makes me feel things. The scene where Thorfinn and Einar are going towards Canute to meet him, I can't lie, again, the score carried heavily. I really wish I could play this thing, but I can't. But I do love how Thorfinn did bring Einar as well, as they have obviously been through so much in this journey throughout season 2. Like, I just loved how he's like, you know, come on, brother, let's go and talk to this king together. She was live. The second half of the episode is basically just Thorfinn and Canute playing catch up for a little bit, but the gaslighting that Canute gives Thorfinn is low-key insane, because how can he say the whole farm dispute is because of Omar, essentially, when we all know it was Canute who set up the whole thing back then. Like, it was on Canute's orders that they organized that whole thing for his people to be killed. Like, bro, he put them people on circle chains, and now he's gonna gaslight Thorfinn into believing that. That is insane. It's crazy that I'm talking about this scene now, yeah, because I recently just started my last year of college, and don't ask me how this came up in one of my lectures, but for whatever reason, this moment where Canute is trying to control the waves came up in my lecture, and I don't know how. But if that does not show how influential and how great this show is, I don't know what to tell you. Because to this day, if you haven't watched Vinland Saga, please lock in. This show is worth your time. Although I did laugh when nothing happened when Canute was trying to command the waves. But after all that shouting, I was like really convinced that something was going to happen. I don't know why, because obviously at the same way, like this guy has no like supernatural powers. But like it was still funny to see at the end of the day. Now, when it comes to religion with this show, yeah, I do like how it is very time sensitive. Obviously, they talk about God in a different way that we would today, because back then, how God was viewed in that world was different. So I understand why Canute is like that. I don't agree with what he says, but I do understand where he's coming from, and I do like that. However, I would say I do love how he uses this like logic in order to justify the action of the Vikings and their raids and stuff like that. I really like how he uses the two of them to make his point against Thorfinn. And what makes this one of my favorite episodes in the entire season is literally just seeing Canute and Thorfinn essentially understanding each other's point of view and stuff like that, and their mission. Canute is talking about save the Vikings, and that is such a powerful statement, because I ask myself, are these people worthy to be saved because of all their wrongdoing? But at the same time, I understand, because that is their way of life. That is what they've been brought up to do. That's all they know. And all Canute is saying is that he just wants to bring them to a place where they can have their own peace, their own paradise, their own Vinland, if you will. And obviously, the only way they're gonna get there is through violence, because obviously they're Vikings, whereas Thorfinn is trying to push for the same thing, but just through peace instead. And I just love seeing those two like clash with each other. Something about that is just, I love seeing dynamics like that. I do feel bad for Einar in this scene though. Like, that guy has not known peace because of Vikings, bro. He was talking about how One king burned his village. They now came back and double back. They now killed his family. He now got turned to a slave. Sly, if I'm in there, I'm low-key crashing out at that moment. But at the same time, I understand why he didn't. Because obviously, the guy didn't stand a chance. But then again, I will say I love villains who know that they are inherently evil to other people, but they accept that, knowing that they have their own goals and agendas to push. With essentially Canute saying, yes, I'm the bad guy. I'm not going to ask for your forgiveness. It is what it is. Like, Canute is essentially saying, I'm okay being the savior of the Vikings, but the destroyer of communities and worlds and stuff like that. I love that dynamic. It is such good character work. I love it. But yeah, man, the ending for this episode was just so well done, bro. Like, Canute essentially expressing to Thorfinn that he is not budging, and then he's telling his army to surround Thorfinn and Einar. I don't like, it was cold. But yeah, that ending shot with Thorfinn, then Canute, and then the sun setting, bro, it was just beautiful, man. Just beautiful. But yeah, that's me done for the day. Thank you guys for watching. It feels really good to be making YouTube videos again, I won't lie. Let's hope I do not fall off again. I really don't want to. But if you've enjoyed this video, please like it. What? One day I'm going to record a video where I do not have a blunder in the outro. It's not today, but it will happen. But please, if you've liked the video, please like, oh my gosh. Consider liking and subscribing. Please do all the nice things. And appreciate you guys once again for watching. Until next time, deuces.